Tonight, an emotional alliance between a Pearl Harbor survivor and a relative of one man who died the day the Japanese attacked. They're unified in a mission to put names to the fallen American heroes, identify their remains, and if their families so desire, send them home. KITV4's Ann Sterling highlights the struggle to give victims' families the closure they still crave.
Flying above their gravestone, the Stars and Stripes. We know what they fought for. But like so many heroes buried at the National Memorial Cemetery of the Pacific, we don't know who they are.
When a man gives his life for his country, it's no small thing. And each one is so important.
Peggy Germain's uncle, Gerald Lehman, was once one of Punchbowl's unknowns. He died on the USS Oklahoma the day Pearl Harbor was attacked, before Peggy was born. Still, she promised her mother she would bring him home. Her biggest ally, Ray Emery.
Realized that there were unknowns that were known.
Emery survived Pearl Harbor and then set out to identify the fallen. Stacks of paperwork, countless hours, and now breakthroughs. Among the 3 people he helped identify, Peggy's uncle. She still remembers the moment she got the call.
I remember I dropped the phone and I started crying and I ran upstairs to tell my husband, and I was just like, it was unbelievable. It was just a moment I had hoped for, dreamed for, wanted to honor my mother.
All these families were told, but they received a letter that the bodies were never recovered. Bodies were recovered. You got as many as 22 up there in one grave off the Oklahoma.
Earlier this month, 15 U.S. senators sent a letter to Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel, urging him to order the JPAC lab to exhume the caskets and ID the rest of the remains.
The families will never give up. They need to get their loved ones back. They should not be allowed to start a new war until they bury all the dead from the old war.
Ann Sterling, KITV4 News.
And Peggy Germain's uncle is now buried in Michigan next to his mother and sister. Next week, Defense Secretary Chuck Hagel will be here in Hawaii. KITV has a request in to talk to Secretary Hagel about the process of identifying Punchbowl's unknowns.